Happy evening to all. Good evening, friends. Welcome to this live session on how to secure our jobs in uncertain economic conditions in a recession period due to COVID 19. Request each one of you to remember the greatest quote of Mr. Steve Jobs. Ask, all I ask is that today you do the best work of your entire life. Hence, your job will be protected forever. With this quote, I would like to start this session. Why this live session on this subject? Because from last 3 weeks, I have been getting a several calls from people and they are expressing that they are losing their jobs and they are looking for a jobs. That too, they are losing a jobs without any notice. Recently, one of the great company in Bangalore on May 4th, asked to leave 13 employees. On May 5th, 30 employees. On May 6th, another 30 employees. Within 3 days, they sent more than 120 employees without giving any kind of the notice. What will happen to those employees? The morning they got up, they came to a job with a dream that they will work for a long period in that organization. But without a notice, by end of the day, they got their pink slip. The next day, they don't know what they want to do. We know the present business conditions are not at all good. Unbelievable COVID 19 impact world is struggling with uncertainties, huge loss for economy, no revenues, no orders, no opportunities, no positive cash flow, and unimaginable and unthinkable predicted GDP growth. A huge unmoved finished goods stock with automotive sectors, more than a demand, undisclosed resistance for a change from this sector, and a big impact on hospitality, apparel, and textile industry, aviation and tourism. We cannot imagine. Building and construction is totally gone for a sick. In these kind of the circumstances, no new projects, no new investments. The governments are struggling to contain COVID 19 and no focus on economy upliftment. And uncertain governments in many states, they are struggling of their time to retain their governments rather than looking for society fulfillment. Unbalanced supply of young engineering and management professionals other side. Today, the India is producing so many graduates from technical and non-technical. Maybe the all the colleges staff for another 5 years, still we will be unable to provide all the students who passed out from the colleges the full employment. In this kind of the capacity, the unemployment is going very high in the society due to all these factors, low spending and buying capacity, all of us is going less day by day. With all these, a fear tomorrow factor is in our mind. Due to the fear factor, we are focusing on saving rather than spending. Friends, with all these factors, the transactions in the entire world has been gone down for more than 72%. Can you imagine 72%? In 100 rupees, people are not spending 72 rupees. Only with a 28 rupees, the entire society, entire economy need to survive. How it is possible? Hence, the same impacted on commercial establishment across the world. The commercial establishment will sustain based on the buying capacity all of us. If we don't spend where the commercial establishments get time or orders to work, if I don't buy a car, like me, another 100 people, if they don't buy a car, who will buy the cars? Similarly, the people don't buy mobiles, if they don't buy bikes, if they don't buy cloth, all the commercial establishment, they need not to produce and they need not to sell. So due to this, the orders inflow gone drastically low, friends. Due to this, the balance sheet and P&L of the companies going negative. With this particular fear, all the industries are having only two options in front of them. What is those two options? Either generate revenue or reduce cost. What are those two options? Generate revenue or reduce cost. Is it really possible to generate revenue at this stage? It is impossible. To generate revenue, the market should be prospering, the market should be positive, the market should have a high buying capacity. But when there is no buying capacity, how it is possible to generate revenue? Hence, all the organizations are looking for reducing cost. This is the major fearing factor in the present economy and present industrial establishments and commercial establishment foreseeing this as a challenging option. Now, when they say cost reduction, the first thing will come in the top management list is downsizing employees. When you say downsizing, terminating or lay off the employees, and many HR professionals, many HR people will be looking and working on this job and preparing the list of the people for downsizing. And we really don't know, and we really not sure how many of us will be in that particular list. Today maybe X person will be in that list, but tomorrow we also may be in that particular list. Hence, I thought this session is really useful in this particular time. So this is the purpose of selecting this particular subject on this particular time. I hope you feel this subject is relevant for today's discussion. Thank you for joining, friends. Why organization think about downsizing employees? This question, when we ask, when employees are resources, when the organizations are generating revenue. If there is no revenue, the same employees, those who are as a resources, will become a liability for the organization. When an organization sees employees as liability, so the downsizing exercise will start without any kind of the doubt. So the cost of the employees will be a direct saving. Yes, it will impact positively on the P&L at least to a certain percentages. Hence, people look for downsizing in the organization. Please remember, friends, our companies, our organizations, our establishments are not non-profit organizations. Yes, they invested and they look for revenue generation out of us. Assume that per month you are getting 1 lakh salary. When you are getting a 1 lakh rupees salary, you appoint a driver, you appoint a maid servant to support you. Assume that suddenly, due to X reasons, you got a reduction of your salary to a 50%. What do you do that time? Do you keep driver? Do you keep your maid servant? Not really. So that time your main focus is reducing your driver, reducing your maid servant will be the major focus. Friend, similarly, today the organization also in the same boat. View the organization with a eye of ownership. when you look your organizations as the eyes of ownership, that means you, if you are a owner of that company, how you will review. If you review in that angle, you will understand the present situation of our organization or your organization. The third point, when you come to the subject matter, do you see the downsizing of employees as an approach of unhuman or cold hearted? Yes. If we are employees, if I am the affected person, I see the downsizing as a unhuman approach, or I see as a cold-hearted approach. But if I am the owner, for me, that approach will not be a unhuman approach or cold-hearted approach. But which is right? The employer view is right or employee view is right? For example, in a war, we kill. Why? Is it a, is it not unhuman? Is it not cold-hearted? We eat non-veg. We kill animals. Is it not unhuman? Incarnate, dharma of incarnate, the dharma of survival. Similarly, here the downsizing is also survival mantra for all the employers in the society. If they don't cut today, friends, they will not be existing tomorrow to pay for at least few people. If I have a money in my pocket, I can give it. If I myself don't have a money in my pocket, how it is possible for me to give it? So please remember, I am not favoring the downsizing. I am presenting the reality to understand, putting ourselves in the shoes of the employers. Now, let's understand this with one more example. Assume that you are a leader. You are asked to lead a 10 team members. Every day you got 10 rotis to feed your team. How, what you will do? You distribute one roti for each member. After a few days, the supply of rotis has been reduced. So instead of getting 10 rotis, you started getting 5 rotis. What you will do? You will distribute those 10 rotis. That means you give half a roti for each of your team member. After few days, you got only 4 rotis. What do you do? What you will do? That situation is what today for organizations also. The 10 rotis were very healthy order situation. Today, the 4 rotis is the critical order situation. Today and maybe in the next few months, the employers will be going and maybe getting lesser than a 4 rotis. In that kind of the situation, whom they should feed? That is the big question mark we need to understand, and we need to analyze, and we need to be ready to face, place, face that kind of the situation, the future. Friends, now I am good, but he is not good. This is the approach when the things are not in our favor. When the downsizing exercise is started in the organization, the mantra will start by each employee is I am good, you are not good. I am good, you are bad, because we love, we want our job opportunities, our job should be secured other than other jobs. We are not so great that we lose our job and we secure others. Is any one of us do? Not really. We can see these things only in the Bollywood movies or in our Hollywood movies. These kind of the reality surely will not come in the present situation. If you bring Gandhiji himself and put him in a job, he himself also want his job to be secured rather than other jobs. Why this? Because he is not only a person, he is a family. He has his financial commitment. He has his financial obligations to meet. Hence, he wants his job to be secure. Who will decide I am good, you are not good? This is very important. And how they decide we are good, they are not good, or they are good, we are not good. In case if we get a tagline of that, I am not good, we decide very clearly that the decision maker who is taken this decision is bad. This approach during that time underline at the time of getting affected due to downsizing will not save you at that particular time. Hence, these factors you need to understand when you are at a safer zone, when you are comfortable. At the time of comfortable, understand these things and try to be good. When I say good, not being a good gentleman, being a good the way the organization expects. If you do that, your job saving opportunities will be higher than others. So now, after discussing this, do I lose job? Do I lose a job? This is a question you will be having, I will be having, all other people will be having. Do I lose a job? Before answering this question, friends, let's understand one small situation. Ramappa has two cows. One cow gives a 10 liters of milk per time, and other cow gives 5 liters of milk. Ramappa is in need of money. In such case, which cow Ramappa sells? Is he going to sell a 10 liters giving cow or 5 liters giving cow? On what basis Ramappa decides to sell one of his cows? The same logic, the same critical factor shall give you the answer for the question which I have asked, do I lose a job? You decide you are in which category, 10 liters or 5 liters. Now it is a real time to find out your answer by comparing yourself with other colleagues in your company, in your department. When the least prepared by your superiors, are you in the top? Are you in the bottom? If you are in the top, you are less milk giving cow. If you are in the down, you are required for the organization. Now, how to secure my job? Where do I get a tips to secure my job? Do I get these tips in Google? Do I get these tips in a mall? Do I get these tips from my superior? Where do I get? These tips, friends, is within us. Before finding or understanding the answer for this question of how to secure my job, do you know, first of all, why are you employed? Why are you paid? Any time in your so many years of experience or service, have you asked this question, why the company is given employment for you? Why are you getting job? Or why are you getting this much salary? Is that your company doing some social work? No, not at all. The company is doing, friends, business, aims for profit. It looks for return on investment. I suggest each one of you to give a prompt answer in this direction for the following my question. If you are the owner of the company where you are working, remember, if you are the owner of the company where you are working, do you recruit the employee like you? with the same salary what you are getting today and the same kind of the benefits what you are being given today? If your answer is yes, you are safe. If your answer is no or somewhere unsafe, your job will not be safe at all. And this is called, in my terminology, my dharma approach. My dharma approach. What is my dharma approach? My dharma approach, in my eyes, if I see myself in my company, what I am getting today, shall I going to pay? Shall I going to give? If yes, you are at a safe zone and your job will be better, safer than others. Now, what are the tips to secure our jobs? I will be going to give a 10 tips, friends. I am not telling you that if you follow all these tips, 100% your job will be secured, but these tips will surely going to minimize or mitigate the risk of getting job loose or getting terminated or getting a part in the downsizing list. Which are those tips? The first tip is make yourself indispensable always, not one day, one time. Always be indispensable in the organization. Add value more than you get. Give more value than your company is expecting. Give always the best out of the best results. Nothing but 100% less. Always more than 100%. Challenge your benchmarks of yesterday and do today better than yesterday. If I able to complete X job in a last day in a 3 hour, aim that how can I complete that the same job in a lesser than last day? I can give you many reasons why I cannot do, but be a approach that how I can reduce. When you have that kind of the approach, remember the reason for Ramappa's decision to sell his cow will not come in your way. So the Ramappa retained 10 liters cow because with the same efforts he was spending for a other cow, he was getting 5 liters of milk more. Hence, he retained that cow and he sold the other cow. Similarly, when our returns are more for the company don't want to lose ourselves. So be proactive to increase consistently the value what you are giving in your job to your company. This is the first step. Make yourself indispensable always. The second tip, create a healthy self branding. When I say branding, it is a very, very strong word. We should have a strong branding. When I say Shaker, that should be a branding. When I say Arish, it should be a branding. When I say Ravi, it should be a branding. When I say Sunil, it should be a branding. Assume that, friends, I keep a one silver coin, one gold coin, and one diamond in front of you, and I will ask you to pick any one. Which one you will pick? Do you pick silver coin? Not at all. You pick a diamond. Similarly, I keep one Maruti car in front of you, one Tata car in front of you, one BMW car in front of you. And I will ask you to choose any one. I ask you to select any one. Which one you will pick? Do you pick Maruti or do you pick Tata by leaving BMW car? No, you will pick BMW car. Why? Why you chosen diamond? Why you are chosen BMW car? Because of branding. Similarly, you create a branding for yourself. Don't be a vehicle of trouble. If you are a vehicle of a trouble, one day or other day, you will be in the garage, not in the showroom. So, friends, be a brand always in the organization. This is the second tip. A third tip, have a passion, have a fire in belly to give more. Some people will come to a company in the morning itself as though they got up now itself. Friends, when you in the morning itself looking in such a pathetic situation, how the motivation, how your superior will see you. Always be energetic, like a fire, like a passion, like a charm. Okay, never say I am overdoing. Never say that I am overloaded. Never say I am doing extraordinary. We should not tell we are doing extraordinary. Who should tell? The persons who are getting the benefits out of us should come and tell we are extraordinary. So, friends, have a passion to explore the possibilities and take more and more work and showcase what you are. Today, you have a housemaid in your home. Assume that if your housemaid does housemaid job as well as teaches your children, you feel good or bad? You will feel happy, you will feel satisfied, and you pay the extra salary for housemaid. Instead of having two-person, you will have only one housemaid or one house servant. Similarly, are we are in that way in the organization? No. When you say no, friend, our name in the list will be in the top. Say what you can do. Say what you can do and do what you can say. But most of the time, we say what we cannot do and we do what we cannot say. Promise less and give more. When you promise less and give more, the kind of the satisfaction you see in your top management or your superiors, unimaginable. But when you say more, promise more, give less, you will be quoted as non-performing candidate. So don't be in that category. So create opportunities for yourself to excel and also for others to excel. So the organization looks for the people, those who are team workers, who are team players, who are collaborative approach, who are participative approach, not those who are able to work as alone. So have a passion to create opportunities for yourself and for others. And the last point in this category, friends, be a source of solutions, not a problems. If your superior comes to you with some problem, don't tell, yes sir, I know this is a too complicated problem, I cannot resolve. Obviously, he will find someone who can resolve the problem in a more effective manner than us. So when you say it's a problem as a problem, you will become a problem for the problematic situation. Friends, hence be a source of solutions rather than problem. The third tip is have a passion to give and take more. The fourth tip, friends, upskill, and keep up with the trends. Once upon a time, I have completed my graduation, my master's. After that, I packed all the books I have stored in the cupboard. I will never know what is happening in the my area of work. When you do that, friends, what will happen? Your knowledge will be limited. In Kannada, we say Appa Akida Aladamara. Don't restrict yourself for the things learned once upon a time. You learn the things which are not visible for others. those who are not able to see now. A few years back, Industry 4.0 was not at all aware. A few months back, we never thought these kind of the virtual sessions we are going to conduct. But someone explored these, someone who started YouTube, today we are able to get benefit out of that. If the person who invented YouTube was thinking like us, today he should not have been this stage. Why can't we do like that? Why can't we uplift our skills? Start a new learning each day. Each day when you wake up, promise yourself to learn one new thing. Maybe a one new vocabulary in English, maybe a new thought in your book, or a new skill in your book, a new way of writing, a new way of solving the things. Learn something. Have a diary with you. Write a learning of the day, like a thought of the day. It may be a spelling, it may be a pronunciation, it may be a XYZ, it may be a simple one. Write it. When you learn one day, one new thing for a 1 year, friends, you will be having 365 new things in your pocket. Get up to date about the changes happening in your area of work. Don't sleep. Your area is your mantra. Your area is your security. Hence, foresee what after 2 years may can happen in my area. Assume those things now and start working what skills are required for that particular area when it comes to me. For example, investigate the new skills required. Now we talk about IoT. How to manage IoT? When I need to manage IoT, okay, someone learned 2 years back about IoT, definitely his job opportunities will be higher than others at this particular stage. And always be ready to get new skills prior to others. You don't become a person in the last to uplift, be a person in the first to get a advanced skills. And remember, though if we don't get a time at the time of war to get required skills. At the time of the war, if you go and look for a skills, by the time you get a skills, friends, you will be no more. Don't allow your superiors, don't allow your organization to look for a new skills from outside the organization. Be a source of new skills in the organization always. So friends, the fourth skill is upskill to keep up with the latest trends of the organization. Now, the fifth one is maintain a good rapport with superiors. You like it or you don't like it, okay, the superiors will be the decision makers about our career. If you think I am the extraordinary person than my superior, I am doing great things than my superiors, because of me my superior is right surviving. If we do that, friends, remember, when the job to be sent out, you will be the person in the list, because your superior needs to safeguard his job, so he will be ready to lose you. So hence you that the superiors will be the decision makers in the process of your career and your job security. So, friends, hence give them a place to feel comfortable. When I say underline, give them a place to feel comfortable in the position of boss. This is the ego. So, satisfy his ego by giving a feeling of a comfortableness and show them you are a asset for him. Show them you are a diamond for him. As I told you in the beginning, a silver coin, gold coin, and diamond. If you have a three members in your team, you should not be a silver coin. When the top management tells him to pick any one among these three, he should pick the diamond, and that diamond should be you. Your presence should be is job security. Make your impact in such a way. Underline your presence in his team should be is job security. If you make it this, friends, your job will be really secured until your boss in the organization. And you should consider yourself as a protection for himself. So the fifth skill is maintain good rapport with your superior. Friends, there is another five tips I'll be going to share. Meantime, if you have any questions, meantime, if you have any views, please post those things in the live chat, and I will take it end of the session and I will address it. And any tips you also have, please share it. I will share those tips with the team with your name. The sixth tip is don't have a record of indiscipline or performance. We should not create a scope or a room for the organization to file up any kind of the letters against us during our service in the organization, because when the situations are not good, the people first targeted will be the people who are having discipline issues, performance issues. Don't ever give a chance to create a track record in these areas. Play a role of a gentleman. When you play a role of a gentleman, surely your job will be secured. If your boss has a five people, if you are a troublemaker, if your track record is not good, if you are indisciplined, your results are not to the expected level, the boss is obligated to pick your name to send out. So, friends, remember, don't give a room to create any kind of the track record about your indiscipline or performance issues when you are working in the organization, especially during uncertain economy situations. But please remember, don't work only during the wartime. Don't study only during the examination times. Don't look for fire extinguisher during the fire. Create all these things well in advance. Hence, when we are in a trouble, all these things will help as solutions to safeguard our jobs. Seventh, very important point, okay, indirectly will safeguard to save health. You may feel strange about this particular point. Sir, how a physical and mental health can help you to save my job? Is that my company looking for a body fitment guy or a beauty person? Friends, remember, a healthy mind is always will give a healthy results. A healthy person always gives a healthy results. People with a strong physical and mental health creates a positive energy unknowingly in and around them. For an example, you have a five people in your team. A person takes a leave 5 days in a month for a health reasons, and other team members does not take any kind of the leave during that particular time. Really, the person will never come in the list. So hence, a strong physical and mental health creates a positive bonding and cementing for your job. Those who are very strong in physical and mental health are strong enough to take up any kind of the challenges. Okay, when you say that you need to work 12 hours, you need to work 14 hours, the people who are having a strong physical and mental presence can work with the same energy entire the day for 14 hours as well as 8 hours. Assume that there is a project which should be delivered at a R speed, but the person comes and tells, so no sir, I have a BP, I have a sugar, I need to go and I need to take a tablet. the manager always thinks he will be a big link in his team. So hence, please be very, very focused to develop your strong physical and mental health, friends. And the seventh tip is maintain a strong physical and mental health. The eighth point, secure yourself financially. Secure yourself financially. You can ask me, sir, how this particular factor will going to save my job during recession time? Friends, why we work? We work to get a money. When we came to know that in the organization the downsizing is happening, if we have a financial problem, we start thinking about our job loss, and we will go to a depression, and we go to a depression, the stress will go high. When the stress goes high, our quality work will come down, and that will become a factor during that time for your superiors to make you as a one in the list for downsizing. So hence, friends, have a healthy financial planning. Avoid too many loans. Please don't have too many loans. Maximum one or two. That too should not take out 30% of your income. If you are doing or if you have done loans above 30% of your income, you are under dangerous situation. Have a habit of 40% of saving of your income. 40%? Yes, 40%. Because tomorrow, if you don't have a job, this 40% should give a as a backbone. And very importantly, have a safety amount, like a safety stock, have a safety amount for minimum 1 year. If you lose your job today without any problem, for a next 1 year, you should be able to give the similar kind of the life for your family members and your dependable people without any kind of the insecure feeling. So hence, friends, if you are a superstar, if you are an extraordinary performer, if you are a high performer also, please create a like a safety stock, safety amount for a next 1 year. If I am getting a 3 lakhs rupees salary per year, I should create a salary for safety amount for next 1 year. How it is linked to my job security? When you link this during the recession, you do comfortable work, and you will feel motivated to do your work with a confident, and you will boost your approach towards organizational results, and you deliver higher results than expected during the insecure atmosphere. Hence, this particular tip will really going to help you to secure your job during recession times. And also, how assume that you lost your job. If you lost your job, if you don't have a safety amount, you will have a two major risk. One is taking care of family, other one is looking for a job. Instead of that, if you have a safety amount, your one risk of taking care of family will be taken care by your safety amount, and the other risk of looking for a job, you can always look comfortably. So, friends, the eighth tip is secure yourself financially. The ninth tip, strengthen your professional networking. When I say professional networking, apart from your personal networking, please strengthen your professional networking. Networking is something you should do every time. If you're working as a general manager, if you're working a vice president, if you're working as an executive, forget about your position. With your junior, with your seniors, with your peer group, maintain healthy networking and constantly get what is happening in the market, what is happening outside. So with this, you know what you are lacking and what you need to develop. And one thing, ensure that minimum 50% of the employees in the organization knows you by name. That is the branding. If you are a bigger organization, if it's a smaller guy, I don't care. But 50% of the strength in the organization must know your name by you must know you by name. If you create that, surely you will be creating a stronger networking. To do this, don't create a name by doing bad things. Create a name, create an identity, create a recognition by doing the best things. Be a source of solution provider in your paternity, in your community. Any person having any problem, any corner of your profession should remember you to get a solution. When you do that, friends, when you are in a trouble situation, okay, you will really get a better job outside. So you may feel this as a contradictory. Sir, how it is possible? I'm talking about securing my present job. You're talking about losing. How networking helps? When you have a strong networking, when you work in the organization, when the company is in a difficult situation, you get a confident that if I lose a job also, there is a people who can support us. The networking provides a strong moral and moral support for us. Hence, friends, have a strong networking support. And the last tip in this category, how to secure your jobs, is be flexible, be adaptable. Be flexible and be adaptable. It is important to show your dedication towards the organization at the time of crisis rather than good times. Good times. It is not very important to give better results or show your dedication when the company is doing extraordinary. It is very important to show your dedications for the organization when the organization is under serious problem. The same thing when your friend is in a trouble, he required your help. Not when the friend is good, he don't want your support. Similarly, when the company is in a trouble, you look for giving a support. Friends, how many of us thought about companies without working paid salary from March 26 to May 4th? Have you ever thought that the companies without having any revenue done this? When the company done so much good things, how much we are giving back? To talk about negative about the company, we can write a Bible, we can write a dictionary, we can write a one diary, but talk about good things about the company. Today, my family is good at my home because of my company. So, hence, if it is demanded at the time of crisis, be ready for salary cut, be ready for benefits rather than losing jobs. Today, if you lose 20% salary cut or a 30% of the salary cut, you are not going to die. But if you lose your job, he will be going to lose that 80% also. Hence, understand this flexibility and be adaptable for the organization. When you are flexible and adaptable, surely, friends, you will be having better life in the organization and your jobs will be secure. So, as I told you, friends, now let's go back and review, okay, the points which we have discussed today, how to secure our job. The first tip, what I've explained, is make yourself indispensable always. The second tip is create and have a self branding. The third one is what we explained. Third one is have a passion to take and give more, give more than you are taking. The fourth one is upskill to keep up the trends. The fifth one, maintain good rapport with your superiors. Sixth one, don't have a record of indiscipline or poor performance. The seventh one is maintain a strong physical and mental health. Eighth is secure yourself financially. Ninth one, strengthen your networking. Tenth is be flexible and adaptable. Friends, these are the 10 tips will mitigate the risk of losing your job. I'm not telling you that this will really not make you to lose job, but surely it will mitigate okay your chances of losing job. Understand thoroughly these things and cement your job very very strongly. And remember friend, you may be a star guy in your organization at this stage, but don't be overconfident. Many time, okay, many time the small trees survive in the cyclone than big trees. Remember this. So the small trees will survive in the cyclone than big trees. With these friends, I will close my presentation. In case if you have any questions, please post in the chat area. Thank you for your time. Request you to subscribe my channel and watching my channel. Please share your feedback and please give me any new subjects to be covered. I will be happy to share those things in my upcoming events or live sessions. Thank you. Now I will take a few views given by the participants. So Satya Ganapati, how to change mindset of employees during this period and make them understand the situation. Friends, it is not people or employees are not aware about the present scenarios more than you, more than me, more than a owner. Employees, including workers, are aware about the situation, what is happening in the market. In case, in case if they are not aware, maybe you need to release a communications about explaining what is happening in the company. Be transparent in the approach. Be transparent about your order level status, your income status, your expenses status. Communicate those things very transparently to the team. Have a top down approach. But remember, a few people, especially unionized working environment, they try to they try to prevent or try to showcase they are not aware because they don't want to lose. I will tell you, friends, in the next 3 or 4 months, surely union or anyone will not be having a great job security, including unions will be having a lot of issues. Many organizations will going to target in the coming days the union based employees rather than others. So here to how to change mindset, maybe you need to create a communication strategy. There is a new concept in a management is that share the situations with storytelling. Share the situation with the storytelling means how. For an example, say that I need to go and tell employees that wear PPE, wear personal protective equipment. If I go and tell that, they will not surely listen. Instead of that, I use the story approach. What is the story approach? I take one example. I tell that the X person was working in a Y company. He had a beautiful wife with a 3 years old kid. When he was working in the company, he was not wearing the helmet. Due to that particular thing, he met with an accident, and today he is a bedridden, and his beautiful wife and a kid are struggling, and they're in the pathetic conditions. Friends, please understand. Don't work only for yourself. Understand your family and work. If you create this kind of the situation, create a stories and the stories which emotionally touch people, that time surely the mindset of the employees will change. The second question, the possibilities of losing job of if there is a performance issues. When I say organization does not only decide based upon the poor results, okay, it also going to have a different factors. One is the reasons. What are the major reasons will come is that what is your contribution to the organization? What is your salary? What is your output? Based on that, the organization will decide you are really worth or not. For example, take a Ramappa's case: 10 liters milk cow, 5 liters of milk cow. Okay, it is a performance purely, and also with the same kind of the effort, he can also get a 10 liters of milk instead of a 5 liter. So surely the performance will going to play a major role in losing jobs. Srilata Shankar, some employees are sincere and decided their profession. They do not believe in obligation to their boss. This attitude to be changed, otherwise it will be turn out to give a negative. Surely, friends, this will happen. Why? Because of the attitudinal issues, because of the within the organization, we create sometime giving a more importance for a team member than a bosses. When you say someone as a superior, as a someone as a head of the department, in that head of the department is not good also. Always as a superiors in the organization, we should go through that head of the department. That time the people below him also will feel that he is my boss, he is getting the recognition. So hence years of experience is not important. We need to give a real gratitude, real recognition for the superior. When you do that, obviously the team members in his team will accept his boss as a really as a HOD, and they will listen to the superior. And Nagashri is quoted that, sir, what about freshers to get a job? Uh, get a job. Sorry, I missed it. Okay, I am become struggling for a job for a 2 years. What can I do now? And this is during this pandemic disease. Friends, for a jobs, I in the next few months, the jobs will prosper like anything. The new jobs will come out like anything. A new industries will going to come to India. The India will going to boomerang like anything, like any other countries. But Nagashri, the problem is that you are not developing the skills required for future. I have done my BCom, I done my MCom, I done my MSW, my MBA, and I will focus only those skills. Have you evaluated next 2 years, next 1 year, what kind of the skills the organization is really required? Look for the jobs posted in the Naukri. What kind of the skills the companies are looking for? Are you really focusing those kind of the skills? Are you really having those kind of the skills? If we ask, surely you will be going to get a job. Okay, maybe Nagashri, you can contact me separately. Okay, and I can share you a few more tips how to get a job. If there is any job opportunity, surely I'll be happy to refer your profile based on your skill set. So there is no Rangaswamy V. So thank you, no sir, Nagashri. So company needs experience, but for me, I am a fresher. How we can get an experience? Nagashri, actually, the experience does not matter. Okay, the experience. See, for example, this is the old concept. It is a conventional method. If you want to buy a new vehicle, do you buy a experienced vehicle or a new vehicle? Surely we will buy a new vehicle, right? Why we will not go and buy a old vehicle thinking that the vehicle is already running from so many years or is having experience? No. Why we buy a new vehicle? Why we buy a new vehicle means we see a better performance than an old vehicle, better mobility than an old vehicle, better quality than an old vehicle, better aggressive than an old vehicle. when you attend interviews, when you search for a vehicle, you need to show Nagashri that how better you are than others in the organization. If you are able to show that, Nagashri, getting jobs is very, very, very easy. So surely you can contact me, Nagashri. Thank you. Hope if there is no any other inputs, I will close this session. I'm so grateful for joining on Sunday. Thanks a lot. Have a nice evening. Take care of your families. Good luck. God bless you. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you. Good luck.